Listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you're interested in listening to real conversations about the Asian entertainment wave that doesn't get enough love, then you'll love the Nooniverse.
All right. We hope whatever Fandom Limb promos I plugged in tickled your fancy, and whatever ads you got were relevant to your
Trilogies.
recent search history, and what you've been talking about in the NSA is definitely not listening to us.
Yeah.
Taint tickling.
It's the metaverse is listening.
Right.
Yes.
It's totally going to be Preparation H because we talked about taints.
Yep.
Taint.
Taint.
I like the
love.
Preparation H with the mint essence, get that cooling.
It's got a nice lemony essence to it.
Yeah.
Minty essence to it. So
anyways,
prior
to the break, I'm bringing us back, Matt. Give me a second.
I always let it ride. Let it
Baby,
ride.
come back.
So before the break, Matt teased a head scratcher of a nerd factoid.
Yeah. So when do you guys think the first trilogy happened? Like, just give me like a period.
600 BCE.
Damn.
Before the Common Era.
Damn. How about you, Dusty?
Cave drawings.
No. Jim, you're actually a couple centuries early or late.
No shit.
Early.
No shit.
It's weird after zero because we don't use negative numbers to describe how far back things go.
The larger the number, the further from zero.
Correct. So you're further from zero than it actually is. In 458 BC, it's one of the only surviving trilogies, but the Greeks' Triloga dates back to... I'm assuming
that means
the Greeks.
Trilogy in ancient
That's
Greek.
where we get the... Yep, that's where we get the word from.
Okay.
But the only one to survive is the Oristara, and it's dates back to 458 BC in Athens. Yep. An awesome spring festival. So they would have, 3 acts of a play, followed by a satyr play. And I didn't really look into satyr play because I figured that would either be like...
Is that anything like pony play?
Right. I was like, that might be a weird Greek kink thing or a completely other rabbit hole I don't want to fall down. So
Dusty's about to do it for you. Dusty, what is satyr play? Hit us back in a second.
Make sure you put like ancient Greece.
Let me open
a private browsing window
in my incognito browser.
But yeah.
See, I was thinking it would be something like the Iliad or something.
Right. Yep. Back that far. And like as far as like movies go, most lists are like
Charlie
Star
Chaplin.
Wars. See, did he do connect? Like we're all. I feel like that's another thing. Like it's all one story, isn't it? Like that hobo story is the bit. I feel like it's kind of like the Penny Dreadfuls, right? Just these penny books about scary stories. That's how I always viewed Charlie Chaplin in the early cinema, quiet movies, silent films and shit, was just that evolution from the page to the picture films.
So, a satyr play.
Uh-huh.
Genre of ancient Greek drama that preserves the structure and characters of tragedy while adapting a happy atmosphere and a rural background.
So it's not satyr, it's satire?
Satire? I mean...
I thought it was spelled differently. I didn't think there was a Y in.
Dusty, read that off again.
Genre of ancient Greek drama that preserves the structure and characters of tragedy while adapting a happy atmosphere and a rural background.
So maybe it is
Romeo
satire.
And Juliet?
But happy, right? Like they...
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet, first of all, is Shakespeare and much later.
Yep, and legit supposed to be satire.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be a joke. Like, look how stupid young love is, you idiots. And then people are like, "Ah, are you my Romeo?" Nope, I ain't drinking that shit, bitch.
No, it is. It is satyr.
Okay, cool. That's what threw me off. That's
SATYR.
Yeah.
It is SATYR, but Thanks to dictionary.com, relevant spelling, or pronunciation rather, Seyter. Satyr.
Okay.
Or satyr. Sater.
Reading Rainbow. I love that.
No, I think it'd be The More You Know.
Yeah. Where the dude's like, man, fucking shit. Reading Rainbow just comes out like throwing fucking shade at butterflies. You know what I mean? Like, you can jump twice as high as a butterfly. That's wrong because you can't. They can fucking go pretty high.
Well, I mean, technically, you can jump higher because they don't jump. They fall.
Oh, that's what they're getting at.
Technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Yeah, that's a good fucking point.
Back to our question of what was the first movie trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
There is no clear, concise answer.
Yeah.
Some people say it is the Samurai trilogy, directed by Hiroshi Inagaki.
Okay.
1954, 1955, and 1956.
Okay.
Somebody else is saying the Dr. Mabuse, Mabuse trilogy. But the last one was in 1960. And another one said Three Smart Girls. The first movie was in 1936.
I was also thinking maybe like something from like, you know, like the Rat Pack era, the 50s, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like the Marilyn Monroe flicks maybe. And even then, I know she plays different characters in most of those movies. I don't think the trilogy was a big thing. I feel like Star Wars revitalized the idea of 3 movies all connected as one.
Right.
One continuing story, and they fucking smashed it. Empire Strikes Back is still the best one. Hands down. So, I'm trying to... We've got... Batman is like legit the only hero who's ever had just a trilogy. Well, do the Marvel movies count? Spider-Man, yeah, I was going to say Batman, Spider-Man are the only ones who get like legit trilogies. Like even Christopher Reeve's Superman had like 6 movies, 5 movies.
Yeah,
right.
True.
You know?
Like just like a 3 and done kind of thing?
Yeah. No
more, no
Batman
less?
and Spidey are the only ones. But like, I don't feel like even, because there's a Thor trilogy, an Iron Man trilogy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? We've got a Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy coming out, and those are legit volume 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
But I think that's more a play on like the volume 1 greatest hits, volume 2 greatest
absolutely
hits.
Right.
As
but like
opposed
they're
to
the
a
only
trilogy.
one. Right. I feel like those ones don't really count because they're part of such a larger story.
Yeah, they're way too interconnected, right?
Yeah, like Iron Man 3 doesn't start off where Iron Man 2 left.
No.
Because we had 2 or 3 other big movies between that point.
Right. That
like
interconnected and played off of and informed
the
next movies.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the Marvel movies definitely. Fast and the Furious. Nope. I can't remember the last one I watched. I think I watched 9. They haven't gone to space yet in mine, in the last one I watched. But I know they've gone
I stopped
space.
watching after, I don't know what one. I haven't seen Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw was pretty funny. Like, as a Dwayne Johnson fan, that's why I watched that. But that one's just, if you want just stupid bro comedy and action, Hobbs and Shaw. Because that's fucking, when The Rock's like, I will beat you like a Cherokee drum. Like, their banter back and forth is fucking great. And it's awesome. Jason Statham, Dwayne Johnson, like 2 badasses, but completely different levels of badass at the same time.
Right.
You know? Yeah. Oh, that's one. The Expendables.
Ooh.
Have you guys seen that?
I've seen 1 and 2. I'm not sure if I've seen 3.
It's been on my list. Just like Red.
Yeah. Red?
With
Bruce Willis?
I know it's got John Malkovich in it.
Yeah.
There's 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
but it's not. I don't think it's a trilogy.
It's not a trilogy.
I know.
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, Willis has done acting, allegedly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alien.
Ooh. Alien.
I don't know.
1,
I
2,
think
and
that's.
3.
I think that's got a little bit of the Marvel. Too much going on. Too much connected going.
I mean, if we said, what was it, the Prometheus? Have there been 3 of those ones yet? The newer
No.
ones? I think there's only a couple of those.
Because I mean, you have Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3. Those
Right.
are the only ones that, like, in my opinion, really count. But yes,
Listen,
you have.
I liked Alien Resurrection, okay?
Don't get me wrong. I liked it too.
Cloned Ripley with a bit of alien in her was badass. Like, watching her swim was dope.
Yeah.
That was cool. She was swimming like the aliens and shit.
And her fucking, her xenomorph,
Mm-hmm.
that's dope. See, I like it.
Sucked out a little space hole. Yeah, that was the first 3 Aliens, though. I liked Aliens.
Yeah.
The second one.
Yeah,
I did too.
But I think that was only because that was the first one I saw, and then I saw Alien.
Yeah,
Right.
it could make sense. But the nice thing about Aliens is you didn't have to see the first one to understand the second one.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Well, and again, that's why it's like that it'd be like the first, again, horror movies fall into a weird trope, like, right? Like the first 3 Jason movies were supposed to tell the story, and they did.
Yeah.
But then they were like, we can still make money off this motherfucker.
Right.
Child's Play.
There's a couple dollars left.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Child's Play, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Have you guys seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2? The Revenge?
Yes.
No.
It's so bad.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey's first movie, which is
shit.
crazy. Yep. But it's terrible. It's so bad.
Like, calling it terrible gives it a little bit of credit.
Right. No, I own it, but it's terrible. I only own it because it came in a bundle when I bought the other DVDs. So, but yeah, no. That's a bad one. But the first 3 Jason movies, like Friday the 13th and Friday the 13th Part 2, are fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, because that first movie, you're expecting Jason, and it ain't.
Right.
And then the second one, it takes a little while, and then he gets the hockey mask. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I love those. I think as far as slashers go, Friday the 13th is my favorite. Hands down.
I'm not big on slashers, so I don't really have a favorite.
No.
Critters.
Critters.
Although they made a few more than 3 on those, which I didn't know that.
Did they really?
Yeah. Yeah.
No
Yeah,
shit.
I think there's like 6.
It's kind of like Tremors.
Critters 1 through 4, and then
Oh,
Critters
no
Attack
shit.
in 2019, apparently.
So I
No
was
shit.
one
It
It
off.
was a relatively
5.
release. Yeah. Yeah. See.
I didn't know one came out.
Yeah. Although I would like to see a Gremlins trilogy. I would have loved to see.
I'm surprised Gremlins didn't get a trilogy.
Right, we got 1 and 2.
Right.
And both
well, a
were
lot of people
amazing.
didn't like 2. A lot of people
Really?
bitched about 2, though.
Oh, man,
Back
I
in the
loved it.
80s, man. Yeah, they didn't like how different it was from the first one. You know, the first one's one of those, is it a Christmas movie? Right? Type of deals. And it was just smaller. I like the second one.
Me
thought
too.
it was
It's
great.
fucking, it's campy. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's
Really?
talk about life. That fucking one that drinks the
Let's
brain
talk
shit,
about
like,
life.
He's great. And then the dude who plays like the CEO of the building, he ended up playing Lex Luthor's father in Smallville. That guy, I don't know why, but that dude,
Rex
he's
Luthor.
one. I'm pretty sure he just went by Alexander. But
No.
that's one of those actors that, like, if I see him in something, I'll check it out. I don't know why. I like that dude. I think I like seeing the characters. He honestly would be a great Joker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Him and Willem Dafoe are at the top of my
man.
Joker list.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I kind of want to see Mark Hamill do a live action Joker.
He could have done it. I don't think. Unfortunately, now he'd be a better Penguin. I love Mark Hamill. I love you, Mark Hamill, if you ever hear this. But I mean, he stopped playing Luke for a reason, so they could,
How about a Joker Penguin